Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Rundown, where we talk about 2A news and conservative views. I will be your host today, Craig DeLuz, coming at you from the West Coast, the left coast, behind the Iron Curtain, otherwise known as the Sierras. But as we all know, I do not do this program by myself.
That's right. I'm Mike Piwowarski coming to you live from the East Coast. That's the coast with the most from the co-host with the most here on the Rundown. 2A views, conservative news, and Craig, guess what day it is?
Oh, it's that day.
Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Who's ready?
Star Punch Thursday, bitch.
Oh, yes. That is pretty much, you could like superimpose Kamala Harris's face on or face on that guy and just have Donald Trump come up and be like, Pwah!
Well, yes, symbolically, right? We're using symbology. Yeah.
Symbologist. Yes, I'm a symbologist.
Yeah, we're not condoning violence by any means. No.
We are not condoning violence in the slightest.
No. We understand it, but we're not condoning it. Yeah.
We understand it. We also understand there is a place for violence. Just,
Yes.
not in going after the president. How about that?
That's correct.
Not in this particular
Don't
case.
do it.
Don't do it.
Wouldn't be prudent.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Anyway, all that having been said, still enjoying the post-election meltdown from the left.
Yeah, I had to wake up this morning and pinch myself, make sure it wasn't a dream.
I know. It's one of those kind of situations. It's like, wow. Is it real? Is it real? Is it really real? Like, is it really real?
Yeah, good stuff. Good
stuff.
Still happening. People reacting all over the world, all over the country. Good stuff.
Well, and it's funny because for all of the quote unquote disrespect that supposedly that he brings on the United States, or at least that the left claims he brings on the United States, dude is pretty popular with the foreign countries. They're all calling and saying, yeah, it's so glad to have him back. Even Zelensky's like, hey, yeah, peace through strength, peace through strength.
He provides a more stable world. That's what I'm sorry. That's all there is to
I'm
it.
wondering, is he insinuating that Joe Biden did not project strength?
Oh, you think? Maybe?
Sleepy Joe. Anyway, folks, apologize for running a little bit late today. Just the Restream has a different interface, and it just didn't seem like it wanted to work for us this when I was first trying to bring us on. But we're here now, so very much appreciate having you. And now we're going to get into the program, and you know how we start it. We always start with a quick shout out to our sponsors.
Guess what day it is?
And one day I am not going to make that mistake. One day I'm actually going to end that video, and I'm not going to make the same mistake. There you go, Mike.
You'll do it on the 3rd of February. Hey, let's say a guy to our good friends at Hitman Industries, hitmanindustries.net. Get yourself an AR. You probably got one of their barrels and don't even know it. Well, now you can buy from them factory direct. That's hitmanindustries.net. California Republican Assembly fighting the good fight behind enemy lines. Now you can take part in California's future today. If you want the best in tactical holsters out there, concealment holsters, get on over to hogholsters.com, HAWG holsters.com. Use the discount code, the rundown. That's all one word, no spaces, all caps. Get a nice little discount. If you want the best in field gear, tactical gear, web gear, you can get everything except the gun from uscombatgear.com.
That's right, folks. Those are our sponsors. They bring us to you so that we can bring you to them. Do us a favor, do them a favor, do yourself a favor. Visit their websites. All you got to do is follow the links in the description to this program. Go there, check out the site, spend some money with them, and when you do, make sure you tell them it was the guys over at the Rundown that sent you. Also want to remind you, if you're watching us live, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern, on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitter, on Rumble, know that we're taking your comments. We'd love to hear what you have to say. If you've got anything interesting to say about the program, we will share it with the audience. We don't have to agree with it. Just has to be interesting. Now, if we disagree with it, as I always like to say, we will mock you. But, that's all part of the fun because, mocking is fun.
Yeah.
Call it a mockumentary.
We will mock you.
All right. So this first story here, and this is one that is really interesting to me because if you listen to all of the liberal left-wing pundits, they will swear that the reason why Donald Trump won is because America is more racist than ever, right? America is racist, and all these racist white people, all they did, because, only white people can be racist, all these racist white people voted for Donald Trump, and that's the reason why Donald Trump was successful. But what's funny is when they break down the numbers, it turns out that Donald Trump's numbers grew in every area. We're talking older, younger, among every demographic, among older demographic, amongst the younger demographic, amongst men, amongst people of color, Latinos, amongst Asians, amongst blacks. His numbers grew. The only place that it didn't grow was among white women. Interestingly, let me clarify. College-educated white women were the ones who did not vote for, that opted not to vote for Donald Trump. And that then brings us to our story of the day. And this is the group of people that the rumor has it that put Donald Trump over the top in so many of the swing states. According to an NBC exit poll, Latino men swing for Trump over Harris by 10 points. Let's read this real quick. It says Latino men are backing former President Donald Trump over Vice President Kamala Harris by a significant margin, according to an NBC exit poll. The poll, published on 8:05 on Election Day, revealed that male Latino voters have cast ballots for Trump at 54% compared to 44% for Harris, a major swing compared to the 2020 election in which they backed President Joe Biden over Trump 59% to 36%. And if you look right here, here's the breakdown. Latino men, 44%, 59%. Latino women, oh, this is an interesting one. Latino women in 2020, 69%. Oh, wait, 22. I think they got these reversed. Oh, no. I take that back. So Latino women, okay, I'm confused here. That's backing Harris. Okay. So Latino women still voted for him. But anyway, the point here being, Mike, is that Latino men, Latinos, period, by the way, Latinos, black men voted like 30%. Black vote in general was like 20% for Trump, which, by the way, is double what any other president has ever gotten. I think the most that any candidate for president has ever gotten is 10% of the black vote, and he got 12%, and he's gotten 20%. And young black males were breaking something like 35% for Donald Trump. Now, I just, maybe you can explain this to me because I don't understand it. How is Donald Trump a racist Nazi, yet all these people of color are voting for him?
Because those are lies, Craig. those are lies. Again, this is what they continue to put out. They continue to gaslight, continue to put these lies out there to make you believe that Donald Trump is a racist. I mean, we've won. I don't think we need to explain it anymore. We don't need to explain how he was the best to African American college president as a president ever, even more than President Obama. He retook Dade County, a predominantly Hispanic county. He retook them now back voting. Look at all the border counties along in Texas that were blue 4 years ago and were red this time because of the Hispanic vote that went to him. The man is, I mean, if you had racist and then went to the opposite side, there'd be Donald Trump.
Well, the funny part is, and I've seen this all over social media. It's like everyone is talking all this crap, but I'm like, I mean, literally, it was people of color. He was Latinos. I mean, you talk about a swing, and I want to bring this up again because it threw me off there for a second. But I'm looking at it, and I wanted a couple of things I wanted to note for you here. If you look here on the far left, that's the 44% in green. Only 44% of Latino men voted for Harris. That means 54 voted against, right? Over here, you had 38% of Latino women voted for Trump. 38%. Now, here's the interesting thing. The number of those who voted for Trump grew in both of those cases, right? Some more than the other. But look at white men and white women. The number of people who voted for Harris, look at the green, because it's the green, this is the measure of who voted for Harris. The green went up for both white men and for white women, basically saying that as much as white people are going on and they're blaming white people, I mean, much as liberals are going on, they're blaming white people. Fact is, it was people of color who switched over. Now they want to say, well, it's because they're misogynistic and they don't want the Latino men wouldn't vote for a woman. And I disagree with that. I think that largely what it comes down to is they weren't going to vote for that woman, not because she was a woman, but because she was an idiot or is an idiot. She still is.
That's accurate. You know, they pay less attention to the mainstream media. I don't know, but whatever their reasons were, they didn't fall for the rhetoric coming from the left and that idiot. You know.
Yeah, it's very frustrating because here's the thing, man. In the end, I want us to at least be able to get to a point where we can actually start talking about and debating policy and talking about policy. But when we're constantly dealing with stupid stuff like this, where people are like, they're so caught up in the identity politics that they can't even think about it. They can't even realize it. Look, you want to know why so many of those southern state Latinos voted for Donald Trump? Because they're dealing with the brunt of illegal immigration. It's their communities that are being overrun. They're the ones that are dealing with the increased crime. They're the ones that are paying higher taxes in order to pay for to help take care of these folks who don't have jobs, who don't have a place to live, who don't have food because they just entered into the country. They're the ones that are footing the bill. And they're like, no. Especially when so many of them probably came here legally.
Right.
And they're like, nobody gave me all this stuff.
That's it. That's the big part, right? You know, that we came here, we did the right thing. We did it legally. We've established our lives. And now it's like being on the other side of the border again. You know, with all these illegals standing around, taking our jobs, stealing from us, murdering us, you know, just committing crime everywhere.
Anyway, what it all comes down to here, folks, is there's a new coalition. And the other thing is they're finding that, once again, the biggest increase for women came amongst college-educated women or single college-educated women. And I'm telling you right now, I don't see that changing. The number of people who I see commenting on social media who have like PhD or MA or MMPA or whatever it is after their name, all of these people with the postgraduate degrees, they're idiots. They are truly. I'm like, you really need to stop getting your news from Mother Jones and from the Huffington Post and from MSDNC and actually take the time. Like, if $1 billion was spent to convince you that all of that stuff is important, don't you think maybe, just maybe, oh, by the way, I almost forgot, all of the media was telling you that same stuff. Entertainment industry. If the American people still voted the other way, don't you think maybe you should at least take a moment to reconsider your position?
Yeah, I mean, do you understand the media is lying to you? Again, just like 2016, the media had Kamala winning the Electoral College, beating Trump by looking at all the polls that were published. Look what happened. 312. 312 is what he got.
Yeah. Crazy stuff. Definitely crazy stuff. Now, Project 2025, and I think it's time for a discussion about Project 2025 and whether or not Trump should actually follow through and just go ahead and implement what was in Project 2025, because Once again, everybody said that it was his thing. Everybody said that it was his deal. Maybe he ought to go ahead and implement Project 2025 since he had to take the blame for it anyway. I didn't really have a news story, Mike, that was going with this. But,
Right.
you know, maybe, if you had a chance, I know you had a chance to review it a little bit. I had a chance to review it a little bit. I mean, are there some aspects of Project 2025